third floor of a building, actually.
Yes.
Welcome to the Joystick Show, the Dominican Republic 2. I don't have a better sequel name for that, but yeah. Welcome, Joey. This is the first time we've had you
my first Dominican episode.
Yeah, it's fun. We're here for Dillo's bachelor party. Congratulations. You got really red.
I was about to say, I'm
texting right now.
Mm-hmm. That face and the shoulders.
You're kind of like blending into the shirt a little bit.
And then legs, perfectly fine.
Yeah.
My legs, I guess they don't get hit by the sun when you're
We've been in a lot of water.
We've been in a lot of pools. Yeah.
Before we go any further, like the episode. I mean, look at how much effort we went in to do this. I had to bring all this equipment. Feel free to subscribe. That would help us out. I know the shot is dark. I know the audio is not perfect, but you know, I'm not gonna bring.
I kind of like the shadow look we got going on.
I do like it.
Dark, but if I gotta touch it up in post, I'll touch it up in post. Yeah. Point is, we're in DR. We're celebrating Dylan and Marianti, and we're having. I would say we're all having a good time. I'm having I had a bit of a weird night last night. We'll get to it.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Let's just break it down. Dillo, how you having? How's it going so far?
Pretty well. You know, we had this in the works for months, but to have actually everyone be here and be present, it's very nice. Larger than life. It's kind of motivating me to like want to do this every year.
Yeah,
even if it's not international. Just to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it's like, not to be mean either, right? Mm-hmm. But out of all the holidays, it's one of the weaker holiday weekends.
Yeah.
You get the 3 days and you're like, we didn't need 3 days, but thankfully we have 3 days.
Yeah.
So.
But you know, we're making the most of it. Any highlights from you guys so far of our amazing vacation out here? Feel free to just take it away.
I think being on the beach, I had to kind of get away from the resort area of the beach. Nicole and I found people at this resort kind of insufferable.
Really?
Yeah, I like the first day being here when we arrived. It was nice. We were with you guys, but the first day by ourselves, we felt like, oh my god, like it was just a lot of people like being very obnoxious, not asking everything in English and not trying their best in Spanish. And I was like, we just need to move away from this kind of crowd. We luckily did find like a very nice beachy area, but I say that would be the highlight. Just relaxing and just laying down for a bit. I feel like I don't know how to relax, so I just needed to figure that out.
And let's cut to that picture of you and Nicole knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, I think by the end of that day you figured it out.
I figured it out. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it's because this hotel is kind of fucking you guys over with fixing the power in your room, so you're kind of forced to go sleep in a damn hammock.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Is the thermostat in your room off too? Like,
no, it's working.
Okay.
I mean, it's on, but
at least you can sleep in there. But yeah. You know, I'm not having 100% great time myself. Last night we went out to eat at a steakhouse, which was
called the Steakhouse.
It's just called it's called Steakhouse. It's not even the Steakhouse. And the logo, I'm pretty sure, just ripped off the Outback Steakhouse logo. But all was fine and dandy until I decided to order a chocolate brownie.
And you were talking about this brownie. You were like, I'm getting.
I was just telling Mildred at the dinner we were just at. I was hyping that brownie.
Yeah, you were like, I'm getting.
I was like, I need that. She was even like, why don't we go to the buffet and get dessert? But I was like, but babe, the brownie is here. I gotta have it. Worst food poisoning I've ever had in my life, bro. I want to just start off by saying a gigantic thank you to Joey, who came in the clutch that night, or last night rather, just stood by my side in that hot ass bathroom while I was literally fucking dehydrating in real time. It was not fun, but ended up surviving, and I feel like I made up for it today.
Yeah,
we did some activity today, you know what I'm saying? We played some volleyball.
That was fun.
We swam in the beach.
Did some bowling.
We did do some bowling. That was strange.
Bobby went insane.
That was a little weird for me. Yeah.
He channeled Weber and Hardwick and all these legends of the game.
Not to accidentally talk about bowling for a second week are we just becoming a bowling podcast?
This is the bowling show.
Welcome to the bowling show. No, we went to go play at the bowling lanes here at the resort, and literally we started off this experience where it was me, Dylan, and our new friend Matt Frenzel, and Dylan was hyping up like himself. He was like, guys, boys, watch and learn. I'm gonna show you how a professional does it, right? We literally just discussed how I went bowling 3 weeks ago, and I was fucking garbage at it. Mm-hmm. I ended up scoring like 130 something points. It was insane. But to be fair, that bowling alley was on crack. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there are these like bowling alley reset machines where instead of like scraping the pins away and then putting a new 10 in, they're on wires. So they'll like get brought up and then, you know, I guess the computer counts like, oh, they had 7 pins here, and then they come down in that place. Ours would just kind of fucking collapse into each other. There'd be like 5 spilled on the ground. And like
Usually
5
7. Usually 7 were down, 3 were up.
So it happened to me. I was like, you know what, fuck it. We're already kind of late for dinner, so I'm just going to go bowl it anyway. The fucking game gives me 7 points anyway. So I'm like, all right, fair. And I told the guys jokingly, I was like, whatever I get, just subtract 7. But then it ended up happening both to you and to Matt. So it was like everybody got 1. It was just this weird, fucked up bowling. But, you know. It was fun to do that as well, to have that competitive edge.
Mm-hmm.
Pool, ping pong, just did that as so much.
I mean, I just like the pool, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I'm paying all this money to sit in a pool and just rot away.
I've kind of learned at a resort that it's mostly just beach and pool. They are offering activities out here, but it kind of feels like they don't know what the activities are. Like, for example,
It's a very loose activity.
Well, you've been having some bad luck with the excursions.
oh my gosh, yeah. Our first day we wanted to do yoga on the beach, so we got up early. We're getting ready, and my girlfriend realizes it. Oh wait, I think we're still on New York time on our phones. So we were an hour late, so we missed yoga, and we were about to miss archery, and we said, all right, F it, we'll do better the next time. So the next day, they had painting on the beach, and then we go to the beach, and we don't see easels, we don't see anyone setting up, we don't see people gathering, and we're like, so I asked them, like, where's painting on the beach? And they're saying, it's by the pool area. So I go to the pool area, and now I'm at the pool area.
It's on the beach.
And I was like, ¿dónde está la clase de pintar? And then they're saying, it's on the playa, it's on the beach. And I was like, it's not there. And they're like, no sé, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, cool. No one knows where this activity is. And I just gave up on it. One of the mats told us, it was like, oh, they moved it in the kids section. And I was like, then why? Like, whatever. I gave up. I was like, you know what? None of these activities are making
Your
sense.
dance lesson didn't sound like it went too well either.
No, we couldn't find a dance lesson either. The dance lesson was just like a guy by the pool.
No, the dance lesson was a dance lesson.
I didn't find it.
It was a guy it was the guy dancing by the pool. That's all it was. That was the lesson.
I was expecting something like an actual lesson.
No.
But, you know, well, Mildred brought up a good point too. I think since we're here on such an off time, you know, for like vacation wise, they're probably not super up to speed as if it were like the middle of summer, per se, where like there's a ton of people.
True.
Also, another thing to note, I don't know if you guys feel it the same, but this resort feels kind of like nobody's here, especially at some certain times. Like, we're in the adults only section, and we have these 2 big pools, and even then, it feels like there's not that many people.
Which I'm glad about. Which I'm very
I'm also glad about that too. But it also brings up the question: how in the world was this hotel so booked that Jose couldn't get a room? Like, it's so crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely at least 1 room in this hotel that is not being occupied.
Absolutely.
No, yeah.
And keep in mind, we are in like a third of the entirety of this resort.
Yeah.
So there's so many other spaces here.
I just actually coming to your room, there was a door kind of creaked open a bit. I don't know how people are so comfortable just to leave hotel rooms open.
Were you really want to put that weird picture in the group
That's
chat?
my neighbor. Yeah.
Ooh, it's so strange.
Like, so when we arrived, I'll throw up the picture. I had I'm in the corner, like all the way end of the door in a corner space. And our first night, that door was closed. And I thought to myself, oh, maybe we have neighbors. And then exploring our hotel, we went to the roof of our hotel space, and we have a jacuzzi. And we looked over. We could look over to see our neighbor's jacuzzi. And I said, I wonder, could they spy on us, like if we were ever to use the jacuzzi?
Yes.
And their jacuzzi is destroyed.
Oh shit.
So I'm like, oh, okay, this room can't be used because they're not gonna give someone a room with a complete like pieces in the jacuzzi and everything broken. So I'm like, that's an unusable room. The next night we saw the room door open, and we were like, what the fuck? Like, is the cleaning service forgot to close it? Like, and I was like, this is weird. So Nicole and I just like quickly like left to join you guys for dinner. And when dinner was done, we were walking back. It's like 1, 2 o'clock. and the door's still open. And I was like, Nicole, just get in. Like, I don't know what the
That
hell.
might be the haunted hotel room.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
it's
I low-key wanted to go and like
they left the door
pull the
open.
door. Like quickly, I was like, I don't need to grab the door handle and something be like,
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
but the door's closed now.
Good.
The door's closed, but now my electricity's not working.
Yeah, we're gonna get that fixed for you. Don't worry. I'm gonna have Mildred get on the front desk. We're gonna
I called them and I called them to let them know, and then like 25 minutes passed, and I was like, hey, just to let you know, I'm still waiting. And the woman was like, yeah, I know you called. You just need to be patient.
You called like 5 fucking hours ago.
And I was like, I know, but the sun is going down and I need to charge my phone. And I said, so like, and she says, okay, give me another 20 minutes. So I told Nicole, I said, I'm putting 20 minutes on my phone right now. 20 minutes passed, nothing happened. And I was like, I'm giving him another 20 minutes because I don't need to, maybe there's just one electrician guy in this whole hotel. I don't know, or in this space.
Off his ass somewhere.
And 40 minutes passed and they weren't here. And I told Nicole, I said, we're fucking leaving. And I called one more time, and this time it went to voicemail. So I called again, and it, instead of the woman answering, it was a man. And I didn't know if he thought I was like, hello, what do you want? And I was like, I'm leaving. My electricity is still not working. And I'm leaving because I have reservations at a restaurant. Do I need to be here for them to fix my room? And he goes, no, you don't need to be there. You don't need to be there. We'll enter the room and we'll fix it for you. Great, I'm leaving. How long we've been in dinner? It's from 6. I slept in a hammock.
Yeah, we had a 2-hour dinner. We're doing this right now.
We're doing this right now. My room still has no electricity, so I don't know what's going on.
No,
here.
we're definitely gonna fix that. Don't worry. Also, just to swing it back to the pool discussion, there is an interesting amenity that this resort provides that we have now all had the opportunity to experience, and that is the lazy river.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cute, it's small. You do 2 laps around it. It's like a decent 6, 7, 8 minutes. But my favorite part was when you go through a waterfall and you enter this little cavern space, right? Do you know what I'm talking about? There's like a little corner you go by, and there's like you're under a whole rock formation. There's a little hole in the wall. Was there anything weird for you when you went in the lazy river, or was it just like a simple? You just floated around, chill?
I didn't experience anything weird. There was a crawl space and someone left their drink in there.
Yeah, that's normal, right? We had like a hotel worker who just fell asleep
in that
little crawl space. Like the first lap, we saw him and he like looked at us.
Was getting ready.
And he was like, hey, no. And then the second lap, dude is just like conked the fuck out. Like he found the secret hideout in the resort.
I saw a guy clocked out on the beach, but like not even on a beach chair, just against a palm tree, just clocked out.
Damn.
Nice.
It was fun on the lazy river though, because it feels like when you're on a universal ride, like a character pops out of a wall, and you're like, oh, it's
But it was the worker.
It's the worker, just a sleepy worker.
Yeah. Also, this resort may have some faults. Maybe has some haunted rooms, or they don't charge their, or they don't have their electricity.
Electricity.
But you know what they do have? Tons of cats.
A lot of
Hey Bobby, throw up all the cat videos. Oh my god.
I'm gonna send some pictures too. Here's
Yes.
Nicole with cats.
And here's Steve. Steve is the absolute best cat on the property. You cannot tell me anything. He's the homie. Love him to death. They just met Steve. When we were coming.
I met Steve. He met Steve.
Yeah, he'll come out of the woods and he'll just be like, meow. He's very vocal.
Nicole was like, I want to take him home.
Oh, I do too.
Like, I want to take him home. He's
I want to
cute.
show him the life in New York, which is probably a lot less than here.
He just looks at you every day like, what the fuck,
What did
bro?
you do to me?
I was in Dominican Republic.
It's cold
in the
here.
sun every day.
It's cold here.
Eating scraps off the floor. Yeah, but I'm having a ball.
It's also all inclusive for the cats.
Is it?
Yeah.
We can just take the cats. It's awesome.
Well, no, I'm saying like for them.
Oh, the
they
cat,
eat for
yeah.
free.
So they pay.
They could go do yoga for free. That's
You think
not
they have
there.
jobs?
No, they're just.
Maybe they have the cats to collect any of the.
They get the
vermin.
balls.
Oh, there's definitely some fucking rats, bro.
Yeah, so they're here for that
We all just
reason.
ate a bunch of ratatouille. Who do you think was making that shit?
It's true.
Just came back from the French restaurant. Also, all the restaurants here just have generic ass names.
Yeah,
I know we were joking about steakhouse, but the Mexican restaurant is called Margarita. There's an American restaurant called Route 66.
Yep.
The French one is called Blue Moon.
Japanese is Sakura.
Sakura. Italian is Dolce Vita. It's like, come on.
What else? In the buffet, they have sections too. The like Asian cuisine is just called wok.
Wok, yeah.
There's a British section, which looks so sad.
It does.
It's like the British section.
There's a lot of like British people here that I've seen. A lot of Canadians here too.
There was a family talking. Maybe it was French Canadian, but it was like they were white passing, but they were talking a language I was not familiar with. And then when they got to order ice cream, they had like they spoke in English like, I'd like the vanilla and the chocolate. And I was like, where did
that sounds French Canadian?
I think it was.
That sounds Quebecois for sure.
Okay. All right, before we wrap things up, how about the best thing you guys have eaten on this trip? Or the best drink you've had on this trip? Because I feel like the drinks are 50-50.
The drink is either amazing or horrible here.
I'm having water after my food poisoning.
My favorite drink was the rum punch that was made by the bowling bartender who was way too suave to be doing what he's doing.
Yeah, something about the bowling.
And the driver, I know you guys missed out on this because of your later flight. Everyone was talking about the guy who picked us up for the airport and how hot this guy was.
Is this the Silver Fox?
Yes. He was like a 55-year-old Dominican guy, but like just for men, touch of gray.
Okay.
Just all throughout, mixed with brown.
You didn't get a picture?
He's kind of winking at everybody,
That's amazing.
I would say the best drink I had was today, on the last day. It was called the Purple Rain, and that's when we met up with you at the poolside bar. What?
I said, what was in that?
I don't remember. It was like lime and I think
it was purple.
It was purple.
Gotcha.
You would throw up the ingredients, but it was the best drink I've ever had. Like that's probably what I'm gonna be ordering when I get back in New York.
Do you want to know legitimately the best drink I've had on this trip? I don't know if it was partially because I was dying yesterday, but the apple juice that I had today at the buffet, partly because the apple juice is just fucking delicious here. I don't know what that...
The apple juice here is phenomenal.
It's so good. It's like sweet and sour. And
it's
like,
tangy. It's tangy.
I cut it with a little bit of water also because of like the stomach stuff. But oh my God. Alcoholic drinks, I don't know. They're not hitting me that much here. I was really excited to have Bahama Mama, but they don't make them like... Banana Mama, but they don't make them like the other resort, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. But I'll say probably the coconut mojito I had on the first day. That was pretty delicious. But now, we can wrap things up with a jam, a yam, a slam of the week.
Oh, wow.
Forgot we did that shit, right? Because we're on location, but now we still do that shit. Joey, do me a favor. Is the microphone, is the green light on that?
Yeah, the green light's on.
Awesome. And it's still recording, right? Love to see it.
Yeah.
Love to see that. My jam of the week, I already know it off the bat. I've been listening to it literally all week. It's gonna go to a song by King Krule, who is an absolutely incredible musician. And it's actually insane that I'm giving this song the jam of the week because I found like 3 other songs that have also been on heavy rotation, but gotta give it to Out Getting Ribs. Dude wrote this song when he was like 12 years old, wrote and recorded it, or rather recorded it when he was like 15 or 16 years old, but incredible guitar intro, super authentic, raw vocals. Shout outs to the kid, he's great.
Shout outs to King Krule, he's great. My yam of the week is a stoner metal band named Truckfighters, and the song is Momentum. It kind of gives like indie emo vibes, and then just classic stoner metal.
I feel like this was a slam from a previous volume, but I'm gonna have to give it again because there was a worker driving around a little cart and he was blasting that shit, and I was like, that song's a vibe. I do like it. It's called La Diabla by Xavi, so that's like Xavi,
yeah.
But La Diabla. He was blasting in the go-kart, and I remembered that song, and I was like, yeah, that's a good song. I forgot it existed.
Alright, Fuego. Because I'm trying to pick up Spanish.
Fuego.
Yeah. Joe, I have to say, I've been very impressed with your Spanish on this trip. It's fucking solid.
We're all speaking it. Mariante speaking it. Moses.
I already knew Mariante speaking. Come on.
My Spanish got really it improved a lot when I became a teacher because a lot of my students only speak Spanish.
Yeah, I gotta try to get better at that myself. But guys, thanks for watching. Like we said, it's a bit of a shorter one because the night is young.
Hey, we're on vacation, guys.
Exactly.
We left our
on vacation and we're still
alone.
doing this shit. Some peace and quiet, am I right? I'm gonna send this to all of your girlfriends now. Mine included. She'd probably be the most upset about that. But either way, we love y'all. Be good, be safe. Go get a vacation of your own, and say something nice about Dylan in the comments because he deserves it. Also, go Bobby, bowling god. Am I right?